MK, and I am back with another Mixed Media Mayhem layout, and I'm also playing along with May I Scraplift You, but hey, it's me. I don't want to scraplift myself, but I was told I had to because it's my Mixed Media Mayhem assignment in a way. So again, I am shopping in Janet's stash, and I pulled out all of these fabulous stamps. Now, I don't know half of these stamps, or what they're even called, but I've got them close up for you guys so that way you guys can see what they are. I have no idea where Janet got them or anything. I also have, I pre-stamped all my stuff and cut them out using some of Janet's punches. Oh my gosh, this is just Janet's layout. I'm also borrowing her ink pads. Look at that. Those are Janet's too. I had to steal that plastic wrapper or whatever it's called, that trash from Sandy, because I didn't have one of those either. I will be borrowing Sandy's spray bottle too because I didn't have that either. I went into I think it's called Simple Stories Gaming Fun, Family Fun, something like that, kit, and I was trying to find papers that were artistic and whatnot because I didn't plan to do this layout at the retreat, but I was told I had to. So what I had was this really cool collection from Some Assemblage Required that Janet had made just for the people at the retreat. So it's kind of a one-off collection, or I should say an exclusive collection. And then Janet had this really cool 3D star punch. I have to get me one of those. Oh wait, I ordered it while I was at the retreat, so now I am a proud owner of said punch. I fussy cut out a bunch of the circles from another paper pack. Well, no, I didn't fussy cut. I used a circle punch, you guys. Yes, I did. I'm a cheater. Have another one of those ombre papers by Stampin' Up, and I plan on using that as my photo mats. I've got this scrap of brown wood, I believe, from another layout that I plan on doing in the future because I've already scrap that layout because, like I said, I was not going to do this layout at all. For one, I didn't think that it would be kosher, no, kosher's not the right word. I didn't think it would be proper to scrap lift yourself unless it's like for a celebratory hop. But anyways, and I have to tell you, Adam's the one that picked this layout out all month long. It's somebody else's turn to pick out who we're going to scrap lift, and so that way we get several different styles of mixed media layouts to look at and challenge ourselves with, and so on and so forth. And Adam decided that he was going to pick me, and I was like, oh, super excited, yay, I've got some really cool ones out there. But he reached so far down in the depths of gosh knows where and picked out like one of my very first mixed media layouts that I ever made. And I was like, Adam, really? Like, why would you want to do that? So I told Janet, I'm not going to do this layout. And she says, oh, but you have to. It's the assignment. You have to. And then she did her layout, and I was like, wow, that's fabulous. How did you get that from my layout? And she says, because this is my style. Okay, fair enough. Love it. I absolutely love it. So I decided that I'm going to go with it. Well, I loved the stamping. I loved everything I was going to be doing until I started doing the packaging technique with the blue because it reactivated all the other inks and made mud. And I was like, oh, this is awful. I don't like this one bit. Yeah, so how can I fix this? Oh, I can cover it up. Ta-da! Which is exactly what I did on the first layout. Is I did the same thing. I was practicing with the brushos. You guys know what those are? With the little crystals that come out of the bottle and then you're supposed to spray them and they go everywhere where you don't want them. And they're multicolored instead of the color that it tells you they are. Yeah, that's what I did in the first layout. So for this layout, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm making a mess. Didn't like it, so now I'm going to cover it up and just have little bits and pieces of it peeking out. So it's still mixed media, but it's, not like all over the place. So I'm going to take that beautiful teal paper or aqua paper. I don't know. I think it's teal. And I'm going to go ahead and use that to cover up most of my yuckies that I don't like. I was upset at myself about the fact that I had to borrow this white piece of paper which they're not getting back. From either, I think Sandy and Janet both handed me one, so I ended up with two. Yes, I could have definitely redone it and used up the other piece, but I'm kind of one of those that are stubborn and, want to see where it goes after that. And once I put that teal piece down over and I only had a little bit peeking out, I was okay with that. I was okay with, how it looked. And I was like, okay, I like that. It covered up most of the yuck that I didn't like. So yay for, covering things up. All right. Then I decided that I was going to cover it up a little bit more by taking what I tore off of my wood grain paper, ink the edges in black soot, and then put it on the side of the teal. So that way I have very small, tiny wood grain borders going down both sides of the teal. So I'm going to do this twice. Of course, I'm impatient and I'm using liquid glue with a distress ink. So that reactivates the ink and I get a little smudge here and there. But by the time that I finish the layout, you don't even notice it. Not one bit. And then this one was such a tight fit because of where I put my my tear and tape. It was such a tight fit that I'm only going to glue the tops and the bottoms because I just can't get in there and glue that brown piece in. Actually, in the end, I don't even think you see it. I was going to initially take that brown piece, one of those brown pieces, and put it off to the side because I do make a little side decoration over on the right. And I forgot about that. So yeah, it doesn't happen. So here's my photo. I'm going to go ahead and trim it up for you guys. I don't know. Yes, I do. I'm in love with my edge distressor, in all honesty. I don't think I did a single layout at the retreat without using it. Yep. So, and I ran out of tape. Go me. What else can go wrong? I just kept telling everybody I really didn't want to do this layout, and now my tape gun is telling me I don't have to do the layout. Oh, honestly, you guys, I was not going to do this layout. I have another layout planned for today. It should be up at the exact same time as this layout is coming up. But because I actually liked how this turned out, it will go up for you guys as well. So bonus 2 videos. I was super stoked with how this layout came together, but at this point, I'm still not liking it. I'm still not excited about it. I'm still ho-humming around. It's all the things, you guys, all the things that I can't even tell you guys how I didn't want to do this. But what brings it all together are those little stars, those little white stars. I'm telling you guys that now because as I'm putting on all of these little arrows that have nothing to do with crafting, this was one rainy Sunday. Our weather is still pretty nasty here, even though everybody else is enjoying their beautiful spring. Lucky you all. It's still nasty here, and we go out when we can, but most of the times we're stuck indoors. And so we have this little craft time. My husband and youngest son are actually putting together model cars. My other 2 children my other 3 children, one is upstairs reading. The other 2 are at the coffee table putting a puzzle together, and I'm painting home decor items. So I use my laser cut machine to cut out these really cool wood pieces that are for tiered trays and things like that. And then I sit there and I paint them, and then that way during holidays I can decorate my home a little, or I can decorate my home a lot, which I have a lot of fun doing. I'm actually enjoying this process, not as much as scrapbooking, I have to tell you that, but it's nice to sit out on the dining room table and paint and craft while the boys are doing their manly crafting. And whatnot. It's super fun. In all honesty, I really enjoy it. So, like I was saying, at this point, I am still not happy with this layout. I am still whining and moaning and complaining the entire time. Janet and Sandy are telling me to get over myself. But I just don't like it. I am using these circles to cover up where I don't, where I'm not happy with the mixed media. I'm also using the circles because that's what I used on my other layouts. I used a lot of stamped gears on the other layout, and I didn't have that hanging around. I also had to borrow the markers to color in all these wood pieces. And they were Creative Memories markers. I have never used Creative Memories markers before in my life, but they worked fabulously, you guys. They took to these wood pieces so well. And I'm telling you guys this in case you guys have your own Creative Memories markers. But they took to these wood pieces like they belonged there. The color didn't soak in. It didn't bleed. It didn't do anything. It was awesome to color with those markers. And I had somebody come over, and I honestly don't even remember whose hand that was. But they loved the little peeking of the mixed media. And I just was like, that's the point. I was trying to cover it all up. I am so sorry, you guys. This, like I said, I'm still not liking it, honestly. So I'm putting all the crafty little elements to try to turn this layout into a crafting layout, because the little spinner wheels with the arrows just weren't doing it. But what I was actually calling them were color wheels. Like they were color wheels, and that was the arrow was telling me what colors to paint my project with. That's what I was convincing myself that those were. So yes, I was trying to make up an excuse to bring all this stuff together in reality. And then all of a sudden I'm just like, okay, just keep going. Now, of this pack of wood veneer, I did not use the glue gun or the tape runner, because that was just something that was not what we were using at the table. But paintbrushes, paints, a brayer, a brayer, because that's how I put my paint on the wood pieces. It goes on way smoother than a brush. So yes, we had all of these other elements on the table, which I thought was perfect. Okay, so here's where I start adding in the stars. I'm going to pop up all of them because they are dimensional stars, and I really wanted that dimension. And once I started putting the stars on the layout, I think it's about this star right here. I think it's that star right there that I really start liking this layout. I mean, those stars bring the whole layout together, and I am so impressed with what these stars do to this layout. I don't know what happened, you guys, but all of a sudden I got super excited, and I started adding every single star that I punched out on one of Janet's scrap pieces of cardstock, by the way, you guys. I'm just saying. I am so sorry, you guys. This is the worst voiceover ever. But anyways, I got super excited, and I was like, these stars really brought it in. And Sandy's like, see, I told you. Oh my gosh. Stop complaining and just make the layout. So I'm going to add a little bit of splatter, because painting and doing the crafty things is never clear and clean. And I have to say, I love this layout, you guys. I am so glad that I just kept going. I am so glad that everything came together. It's awesome. I really like how it turned out. So in the end, I guess the moral of the story, if there even is one, is just keep going. You know, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, thank you so much. If you have stuck to me around this end, I promise you, please leave a comment and I will gift you guys one of these wood veneer sets, because this is the worst voiceover ever. So yes, leave a comment down below and you will be put into a drawing, and I will gift one lucky commenteer one of these wood veneer layouts, or wood veneer pieces, collections of artistic little images, all your own. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, really do appreciate the fact that you guys stop by and listen all the way to the end of these awful recordings. Be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem, and I will check y'all later. Bye.